Hello everyone, and Happy New Year. I'm Michael Land, and welcome to another episode of Nexcelerator. And the vehicle that I'm sitting in right now is in the all-new redesigned 2014 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. And the Silverado was redesigned to not only give itself a brand new look, but to also give itself a more competitive edge in the full-size truck market. But does the all-new Silverado have what it takes to be a very competitive full-size truck against the other similar offerings that are out there, such as the all-new redesigned Toyota Tundra? Well, let's have some fun and figure that out. Now, like I've said, this is the all-new redesigned 2014 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. However, this particular version is the newly introduced High Country Edition trimline of this vehicle. So taking a look at the exterior of this luxurious truck, the Silverado doesn't only contain halogen protector beamed headlights, but it also has fog lights that give it both a fancy and contemporary appearance. But also looking at the left, right, and top sides, that same look that was just now revealed is carried on over to the remainder of the truck. Also along with that, there are two powered heated side mirrors equipped, with one turn signal indicator apiece on each side. Now looking at the back of the Silverado, there's a single exhaust system equipped with the tailpipe being located on the right side. On a side note, the back of the Silverado has a trailer hitch in where you're able to hook up a ball mount hitch and trailers that either have a 7-pin or 4-pin connector respectively. In addition, the pickup features 4 rear parking sensors, with 2 on the left and 2 on the right, alongside with the other 4 front parking sensors that you saw earlier, which adds up for a total of 8. Also, the truck even comes with 2 rear mounted bumper steps, with one being on the left and the other on the right, that gives the benefit of a doubt to make the ease of access of tying stuff down a breeze. As for the taillights, however, they don't only fit extremely well, but they also give an awesome complement to the rest of the fancy exterior of this vehicle. Getting to the truck bed of the Silverado, the newly introduced Easy Lift tailgate drops down very softly. Not to mention that it does also offer plenty of flexible hauling capabilities that would easily handle any kind of load. On a side note, this particular Silverado also comes equipped with the optional integrated LED lighting system in case if you needed assistance on seeing better on where to best place the tie downs to secure your load successfully. Now located underneath the bed of the truck is where you'll discover the Silverado's spare tire. In addition, the necessary parts to install the spare tire are conveniently located behind the rear seats for easy access. Plus, there's also an individual spare tire access compartment located on the right side next to the license plate holder that allows for easy access to remove the tire from underneath the truck, which makes it a piece of cake. Also, if you want more cargo capacity in the Silverado, you can easily fold the bottom portion of both of the back seats up to make that a reality if you wish. So opening the door to the Silverado, it has a brown leather interior with both the 6-way driver and a 6-way front passenger seat, all with power adjustments. On a side note, both of the driver and front passenger headrests also feature a special leather-stitched High Country logo to give the interior a look that's both inviting and unique. Now, one way to start the engine of this Silverado is by taking the key fob that you see me holding up in my hand, hit the lock button, then press and hold down the clockwise arrow button once to start it up, in which I'm about to demonstrate right now. As you just now witnessed, the Silverado immediately starts right up like a pro without any kind of mechanical issues at all, even when the outside temperature is at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, as you're seeing right now on your screen. In addition, to turn the engine off, just gently press the clockwise arrow button once and it'll shut itself down instantly. Also, another way to start it up is to take the black Chevrolet ignition key that you see me holding up in my hand, then immediately afterwards, put the key inside the ignition and turn it clockwise to bring the engine to life. Now getting to the engine area of the Silverado, it isn't only well laid out, but it's also easily accessible as well, in which I'll touch up more on that here very shortly. But focusing on the power plant offering, the Silverado has a 5.3-liter, 355 horsepower Ecotec 3 V8 engine that punches out 383 pound-feet of torque at 4,100 RPM. In addition, this 5.3-liter Ecotec 3 V8 engine is just one out of the 3 newly introduced engine choices for the all-new Silverado. Not only the engine comes equipped with direct injection for better combustion enhancement, but it even has active fuel management technology in where it increases the fuel efficiency whenever less engine horsepower is needed. With that, you get a suitable 16 miles per gallon in the city and 22 on the highway. But with the EPA combination, you get a well-rounded 18 miles per gallon overall, which is indeed an outstanding accomplishment for a full-size pickup. Now focusing on the different parts of the engine area, the battery compartment is located on the back left side, while the radiator is located directly right next to it on the middle left side, with the air intake system placed alongside it on the front left side. However, both the oil and oil dipstick are located right next to the engine, while the brake fluid compartment is conveniently located next to both the oil and oil dipstick on the middle right side. Also, the windshield washer fluid compartment is conveniently located diagonally across from the brake fluid compartment on the front right side. So now taking a look at the interior of the all-new Silverado, besides having the brown leather interior seats that I mentioned earlier, it doesn't only have an inspired Western theme to it, but it also managed to keep things really simple also, in which I'll get into more on that here in just a little bit. Now the type of steering wheel that this particular Silverado has is a 4-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel with the light tan color contrast stitching going across all over it that also includes additional controls on both the left and right middle portions. Now located on the left side of the steering wheel is where you'll find both the turn signal indicator and the windshield wiper controls. However, other additional controls such as the trailer brake adjustment, 4-wheel drive system, and headlight controls are all conveniently located on the left side right next to the steering wheel. Also, the emergency hazard indicator is located behind the steering wheel for additional convenience. Now to be able to adjust the steering wheel, such as moving it forward or away from you, just easily push the lever, which is labeled number 1 on the driver's manual, down and adjust it to where it's comfortable for you. Then when you're finished, lift it up to lock it in place. In addition, to move the steering wheel up or down, pull and release the lever that's labeled number 2 that you saw in the previous photograph and adjust it to where it will be easy to use. Then when you're satisfied with the height adjustment, let the lever go to have it locked in place. Now the transmission equipped on the Silverado is a 6-speed, column-mounted styled automatic transmission with both the tall haul mode as well as manual shiftability, and where the shifting buttons are easily located on the gear shifter itself, along with the electronic e-brake being located on the bottom left corner of the driver's side. Also, the truck even comes with an integrated backup camera, providing easy-to-see distance lines that also turn along with the steering wheel at the same time, making the task of backing up really simple as much as possible. Proceeding on over to the middle area of the Silverado, it offers multiple and beneficial flexibilities, such as 3 USB ports, 2 12-volt power outlets, and 1 household AC outlet. Now located right above those plugins that I just now mentioned are the controls for the pedal adjustment, traction control, LED cargo lights, front and rear parking sensors, and the lane departure warning system, and where the driver's seat would vibrate if you were to drift off into another lane without using the turn signal indicator. In addition, the air conditioning controls are located above the recently mentioned switches that feature heated and cooled seat controls for both the driver and front passenger. Also, the Chevrolet MyLink system is located right above the air conditioning controls. Equipped with that are 6 Bose speakers, with the first one being located on the bottom portion of the driver's side door. In addition, the second and third speakers are both located on the left and right portions of the dashboard, while the fourth speaker is located on the bottom portion of the front passenger side door. Also, the fifth and sixth speakers are both located on the bottom portions of both the left and right rear doors. Now the Chevrolet MyLink system comes with AM, FM, and Sirius XM satellite radio that's also equipped with HD radio capability. But when you press audio on the touchscreen, both the station name and frequency number are displayed. However, both the name of the artist and song title are only shown in the XM view, in which this particular trimline of the Silverado is equipped with it. In addition, when you press the browse function on the touchscreen, it displays the other different radio stations that are available to listen to, not to mention that a yellow HD logo will display in between both the station number and call letters if available. Also, when you press the menu button on the touchscreen, it exposes a generous variety of options, such as controlling the audio tone settings, auto volume, and updating the station list being a few examples. On top of that, when you press the phone button, you have the ability to pair up a Bluetooth-enabled cell phone while also having the benefit of using the controls on the right middle portion of the steering wheel to control the functions that are displayed. On a side note, you can also use the same controls that were just now mentioned to scroll either left, right, and up or down through the various in-dash gauge cluster menus, such as viewing the tire pressure being one example. Plus, when you press the navigation function, it displays a map of the vehicle's current location like you're seeing right now. Not to mention that it even allows you to zoom in and out and even search for various destinations too. When you're even in the settings mode, it exposes the different variety of vehicle settings to use, such as making changes to both the time and date, making adjustments to the touchscreen display, and even viewing the latest system software information being some of the examples. Hovering on over to the Pandora mode, the functionality is very similar to what you would navigate through in the audio mode, with the only difference being that it has a play, back, and forward button. Transferring onto the weather function, it shows the conditions on what both the outside temperature and weather are like in real time. Plus, you can even also see what the future weather forecast will be like, whether it's hour by hour, in the next 36 hours, as well as even in the next 5 days too. Also, you even have a menu section in where you can access weather advisory info, be informed about weather alerts, and see the map legend as well. And just like the map function, the weather mode also features the ability to either zoom in or zoom out, depending on what your preferences are. Now another way that you can also get some use out of the Chevrolet MyLink system is that you can even take advantage of the hands-free voice command system to navigate through it also. In addition, I will go ahead and activate the hands-free voice command system to show you on what kind of general commands you can say to get the best possible experience.
Command, please.
Help.
You can say phone, audio, navigation, weather, or OnStar. To call a number quicker, say call followed by the number, like this, call 555-1212. To quickly change what is playing on an audio system, say commands like tune to FM 101.1, or play followed by the name of an artist, album, or song. Or to enter a destination, say destination address.
Cancel.
Goodbye.
Now I'll activate the voice command system again, but to show you the commands for the OnStar mode this time.
Command, please.
OnStar.
Okay. OnStar ready.
OnStar info.
You can say messages, minutes, my number, commands, or virtual advisor.
Go back.
Go back, returning to the main menu. OnStar ready.
Hands-free calling.
You can say call, directory, redial, store, minutes, or commands.
Go back.
Go back, returning to the main menu. OnStar ready.
Turn-by-turn directions.
Alright, now say plan route, directory, or store.
Go back.
Go back, returning to the main menu. OnStar ready.
Cancel.
Cancel. Thank you. Goodbye.
Now located underneath the 3 USB ports, 2 12-volt power outlets, and 1 AC household outlet is an open center storage area with the main cup holders being directly behind it and the Silverado center console being right behind the main cup holders respectively. Inside of the center console, you not only receive a generous amount of extra storage space, you even get a storage tray in the middle to where it can be used to store items like loose leaf papers or folders if you wish. Now next to the middle storage tray on the left, there's not only another 12-volt power outlet, but just off to the right side of the tray, there's even 2 additional USB ports, an auxiliary port, and a memory card slot, while an LED light is located right above the tray on top of that as well. In addition, the center console not only opens smoothly, but closing it is also a piece of cake too. Now moving on over to the top roof area of the interior, there are 2 sun visors for both the driver and front passenger that feature both their own vanity mirror and lights, with the Bluetooth microphone being located right next to the driver's side sun visor. In between the sun visors are the sunglasses holder, garage home link system, the power rear window controls, and front interior LED lamps, which are all located right next to each other. So begin with the front interior LED lamps first. You can either have both of the lights completely turned off like you're seeing right now, or have both of them stay on, as well as have the lamps to come on or off when you open the door via the front interior door light switch located at the top of the screen if you wish. Now to operate the power rear window, just simply push up on the button that you see in the middle to open it up to let some fresh air in. But to close the window, just push down on the same button to close up the window. Now placed right next to the front interior door light switch is the sunglasses holder, in where it lets you either store a pair of sunglasses or other small items of any kind. Transferring on over to the dual glove box now, it's got a decent amount of storage capacity to where you can easily store about anything that you can imagine, such as a driver's manual or even an extra set of keys, as being a couple of examples. In addition to the airbag that you saw on the steering wheel earlier, there are also 2 side curtain airbags, with one being next to the driver's seat and the other one being next to the front passenger seat. Plus, there's even 2 seat-mounted airbags equipped on both the driver and front passenger seats, and one equipped on the front passenger side of the dashboard, which adds up for a total of 6 airbags altogether. Now proceeding on over to the driver's side door of the Silverado, it doesn't only provide the controls for the memory seat settings, power mirrors, power locks, and all 4 power windows, but the material quality is very durable, with soft touch materials on not only the top and middle portions, but even the bottom portion is also the same way as well. Additionally, the material quality on the front passenger door is just as exactly the same as the driver's side. As for the rear left door, the same soft touch material qualities that were present on the driver's side door are carried on over to give the rear occupants the exact same benefit. Also, the material quality on the right rear door is just as exactly the same as the rear left door. Now as for the back seat goes for the all-new redesigned Chevrolet Silverado 1500, it doesn't only offer both practicality and flexibility, but also, the amount of headroom space that I have in the back seat is definitely really generous and very accommodating, and I'm just about 5'11" to 6 feet tall. But what about the thigh support though, on the other hand? As for thigh support goes, it's both very comfortable and very supportive. Plus, the amount of legroom space I have in the backseat of this truck is also very spacious and roomy, which makes riding the backseat of this truck a very pleasant experience that you definitely won't forget. In addition, there are 2 convenient storage compartments for the rear passengers that also includes a 12-volt power outlet next to the top storage compartment on the right side. Not to mention that there are even 2 rear map pockets, with one being on the left side while the other one is on the right. Also, there are even 2 rear cup holders for the rear passengers for additional convenience. So with everything that you have seen, including the optional equipment, the MSRP price of this particular version of the Silverado is $50,880, and that's the price with the High Country Premium package and other amenities that you just now saw. But if you add the destination charge to the MSRP price that I just now mentioned, the total price of the vehicle runs at $51,975, which is not a bad price for a full-size truck that's able to offer a lot for a price that you simply cannot refuse to pass up. Plus, the crash test ratings for the Silverado are also outstanding for every category that you see listed, especially for both the front and side crash test rating categories. So to reiterate the question that I asked in the beginning of the episode, does the all-new redesigned Chevrolet Silverado have the ability to be very competitive against the other full-size truck offerings? The answer, it absolutely does, without a doubt about it. Not just because of how much the vehicle has changed from both the inside and outside, but also because of the generous amount of safety features that the truck is able to offer that nobody can pass up, based on the crash test ratings that you just now saw. In addition, the Silverado even provides a plentiful amount of room and comfort for both the driver and passengers without compromising both fuel economy and driving performance, which is in thanks to that part to the newly introduced 5.3-liter Ecotec 3 V8 engine from General Motors. Additionally, the new Ecotec 3 engine lineup was one of the reasons that the all-new Silverado won the 2014 North American Truck of the Year award at the 2014 North American International Auto Show in Detroit, Michigan, respectively. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nexcelerator. I'm Michael Land, and I'll see you next time.